I was just now on the phone talking to a brother, and we were talking about goals, objectives, things that we need to get done this year, things that he wants to get done, and a spirit hit me because we were talking about not only these objectives but the obstacles that can come into play. Excuse me, I had a sandwich. Uh, when attempting to achieve these goals and aspirations. And people need to understand, and this is something that only a few people are going to get. They're going to only understand. Um, it's very important that you get this. This is not for the many because, see, a lot of people, they go through life drifting on a wave. I mean, they'll just go with any way that the flow goes. They do it. And when you're of a certain caliber of man or woman, you're going to go against the grain. You're going to do the least popular thing to do, but you're going to benefit the most out of it. Die to that flesh. And let me tell you, man, it's nothing like being physically exhausted. Physically exhausted. I'm telling you, putting in work, getting shit done, whether it's gardening or doing a project on the land or off the land, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have a good hard day's work, and I'm telling you, you work right and your spirit was right. Let me tell you, at the end of the day, your body is exhausted, but your spirit is just as calm and as peace and at peace as you can ever feel. And a lot of people don't understand that. They don't get it because they've never experienced it. But it's just the truth. It's a beautiful feeling, even though your body's exhausted and hurting, and you took a nice shower and you lathered up and everything, or a nice hot bath, on that nice little Crawford tub I got. Hey, either one, you're gonna feel great in the spirit. But it is going to be very difficult for you to be focused on the objective if you have a lot of distractions. And I'm telling you about distractions that come in all shape, fashion, and form, whether it's people, whether it's jobs or whatever it may be, but it comes primarily by way of people. And it's important for you to understand that in order to get things done, you're going to have to be focused, and you don't have time to deal with foolishness. This foolishness can come by way of a woman, and that's the chief way in which it comes. But it also can come by way of family, false family, friends, so-called friends. It can come in many different ways. And you have to understand that in order to get these things done, you're going to need to be focused. And so therefore, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. One of the chief things you can do is just cut people off. Just disassociate with them altogether. Me personally, I just ain't got time. I'm just too focused. Too many good things are taking place. 2024 is turning out to be a beautiful year. It's just a blessing. I mean, I'm just getting projects done left and right. The resources are there to get things done. It just feels as though I have truly hit my stride. I have truly hit that point of ascension as to where, you know what? You're established. You can get things done. And you don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about resources. because you have access to that to those economic resources. You have access to everything, so therefore you can execute and you can show results. And this is what it's about. This is what it's all about. But you cannot do that if you're dealing with a bunch of distractions, false brethren, false sisters, false mothers and sisters, and brothers or cousins or aunts and nieces and nephews, wherever way, shape, and form and fashion that they come. I don't care. Distractions. And it primarily comes from people that ain't doing a damn thing with themselves. Or they're not living any kind of example that you or I would really want to follow. And that's the important thing. When you're dealing with people, you have to really ask yourself the question, what is it about this person's life that bears fruit for themselves, let alone anybody else? Again, what kind of fruit do they bear for themselves, let alone anybody else? And that'll tell you everything that you need to know. A person of discernment will be able to say, and then you know exactly what to do, because you have a look at this Rufus situation. You have people out there that are totally delusional about what they are, who they are, arrogant, prideful, have an excessive sense of self-worth. It's sad. It's sad looking at the situation. When you look at it for what it actually is. I'm not in the business of going up to a client and saying, I can do all your electrical work. You know why? Because I can't do it. I only extend my abilities to executing on things that I know. I don't venture into things that I don't know, because I never want to be in a situation where I took money, said that I can do something, and then turn around and do it. And that's a poor reflection on my character. That's a poor reflection on my business. It's a poor reflection on me as a person. And I never want to put myself in that situation. So this is why I always say, I don't extend myself beyond what I know I'm capable of doing. And what I'm capable of doing is more than enough to make sure that I can receive the fruits of the vision that the Most High has put in my heart. I'm trying to help you folks out there. I just got off the phone with the brother because I was like, this is on my spirit, man. I got to talk about this. You need to make sure that you're staying focused and getting rid of all distractions. You need to be associating yourself with people that are on the same path as you, those of like mind and precious faith, people that are actually getting stuff done. When you talk to them on a weekly basis, they are executing on their vision. You know what their vision is, just like they know what your vision is. If I don't know what somebody's vision is and execute, that's a good indicator that I don't need to be bothered with them. I mean, it's just real talk. It's just real talk. You need to be associating with people that are getting things done, because what it's going to do is it's going to motivate you. You're going to be able to stay encouraged and encourage them. You're going to be able to share ideas and concepts and resources and thoughts that's going to execute on the vision, because, I could be doing, I am doing carpentry work. And then this other brother, he's doing appliance and repair, right? We don't do the same thing, but in areas it does overlap. And so we can leverage that in order to increase both our business. I mean, I've been in situations where as a direct result of his business, I've got business, and as a direct result of my business, he's got business, or the direct result of him giving out my business card, or vice versa, we've gotten business. You see how that works? You see how powerful that is? But if you're associated with people, or you are engaging in conversation with people that aren't doing those things, then you're wasting your emotional and spiritual resources, and you're putting that in a bag of holes. You need to understand who you need to be associating with. You will be a combination of the books you read, the tapes you listen to, and the people you associate with. It is nothing but the truth. It is nothing but the truth. And the sooner you get it and understand it, you'll move with a certain degree of discernment as to who you need to be speaking with. Now, again, if you ain't nothing and you ain't about nothing, then you're on the flip side. You know what I'm saying? You need to get about something. And that will require you to do the same thing, is get away from people that ain't doing nothing, and then get around people that are doing something, and so that you can get on your grind and do what you need to get done. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. But be careful of the company that you keep. Be careful of because people ain't nothing but distractions. And I'll tell you, the most miserable people are those who will do anything to keep you down, to put stumbling blocks, because they're Satan. They're nothing but Satan. They're liars. They're deceivers. Um, they make false promises. They go back on their word. They do all of these things. So when you see people doing it, you know you're dealing with Satan, because he's a liar and the truth is not in him. And so you need to understand and watch people from their fruit. Not what they say, but what they do. It was a beautiful day today. We got a lot of stuff done. But hopefully I was able to say something that stimulates thought and encourage you folks out there. The ones, who am I talking to? The ones that are the doers.